Thank you all. Thank you, Ram Nation. I want all of you to stay standing. I want all of you, everybody sitting in this section, stand up. Give them a real round of applause. First, give them a round of applause because they are champions, and that is a very, very special thing. That group won a championship this year and deserves to be recognized as many times as they can. I'll be brief because they are anxious to get back to the gym. I'm anxious to hear the balls bouncing. I'm anxious to hear the sneakers squeaking. I want to make sure that they have time to do that on top of getting their schoolwork done and doing that. But to that entire group, thank you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for the work you've put in. The players, certainly, the staff members that are still here, all of you guys. I appreciate what you've done to keep this thing going. At a lot of places, there's a coaching change, and everybody scatters. They think like, all right, well, it's like a mini vacation. Like, let me go run and go see my girlfriend or go home for a minute or, everybody, coaches, staff. I've seen it, players. I've seen it at different places. When Ed and I first started talking, I heard that these guys are still in the gym every day working out. When we had dinner last night, and they were talking about coming back to play pickup later last night, the staff members still being around and work being done. That's a special thing. And it's a credit to the leadership here, but the fact that you guys are still doing that shows what your commitment is, and I'm excited to get to work with you because we got big things ahead. So thank you guys. Thank you, Mr. Haymore, the board. It's nice to meet all of you, and eventually we'll be able to sit down and get in depth and meet everybody. Dr. Rao, thank you so much. Your leadership and your vision, not just for, obviously, men's basketball, not just for athletics, but for this university. I mean, when you come to Richmond, all you see is VCU. It is VCU and Richmond are one and the same, and that's because of your leadership. Thank you, Ed. As Ed said, we've known each other. We started, I can't remember if it was the same day, week, month, but it was pretty close back at Niagara University, back when I had hair, and you still had that. It wasn't as gray, though. It wasn't gray, but he did have that, even back then. But thank you to everyone who was involved in the process. And there's one in particular who will not let me say his name. I think most of you probably have an idea of who that is. It begins with an M and ends with a Mac, ends with an AC. All right, see, I screwed up. He's going to be really mad at me, but that's okay. Thank you to all of you, all of Ram Nation, for all of you that are here today, to take your time out on it's a Thursday, right? My days of the week I'm not even sure what they are right now, but to come out on a Thursday morning to be here, just shows the level of commitment, and I'm forever grateful to each and every one of you and all your friends who will be filling this place up, as they said, in a couple short months. Robbie, thank you for the early introduction. What is your problem with opposing media? Why are you always in fights with opposing media? We're going to have to get extra security just for you. Jeez. But thank you for all you do. Thank you to the Peppas. Big thank you to the Peppas. I have long been in awe of you from that first time that I walked into wherever it was and saw you guys and heard you guys, and I can't dance, I can't sing, but I'll bob my head and tap my toe along with you anytime. I don't know how many requests you take, but maybe we'll throw some requests out there. My wife and kids are a little better with the music. Anything Taylor Swift, will have my daughter Mara super excited. So thank you guys, and glad to be with you. I have to also give a huge thank you to the people at Bryant University. It was emotional yesterday when I said goodbye to them. President Ross Cattell, Athletic Director Bill Smith, their cabinets and administrations, The coaching staff, a couple of those guys are actually made the drive to be here today, Ryan Daly and Chris Cole. Our players there, they have made all of this possible for me. I'd be nowhere without them. And if it weren't for their belief, their hard work, their commitment each day, there's no chance I'd be standing here today, and who knows where I'd be. But, you know, I am forever indebted to each and every one of those people at that fantastic school. And as I told them, outside of VCU, I'm rooting like hell for them every game until we see them in the NCAA tournament, and then we have to take care of business. But outside of that, they know they have a huge fan in me and my family. And it was going to take something really special to get us out of there. We've been there 7 years, watched our family grow in 7 years there, and they embraced us. And you can already feel that love and that warmth here in the way we've been embraced just in these last, what have we been here, not even 24 hours. So thank you to everybody at Bryant. I stand before you as someone who, as a 12-year-old, had a dream to be a Division I head coach. It just so happens to coincide with the time where I kind of realized, looking around, not a whole lot of 5'11", unathletic white guys in the NBA, so I knew I might need another path. So coaching was what I wanted to do. I've been very fortunate to have so many people along the way that helped me realize this dream. Ed brought up mentors. There's way too many of those people for me to name, but all the people I've coached with, that I've worked for, the administrators, the coaches, the head coaches, assistant coaches, the players that I've been around over these last 23 years, back to my grade school coaches who helped get me into coaching local summer leagues. And it's funny, like I still bring some of those. I still remember in high school coaching a elementary school summer league game, and it was late in the game, and we didn't foul. We were down, and we just tried to trap and steal the ball and lost the game. I still think about that day. Like, how sad and pathetic is that? But that's what lives with me. I think about that, and those are the moments that have helped mold me as a coach. So, again, too many people to name, but thank you to all those people. You have all had an impact on me, on my coaching, on me as a father, as a husband, and I am grateful to all of them. Thank you. VCU, especially VCU men's basketball, has been synonymous with excellence. You look around at all those banners, you see the trophies, and you recognize that you are upholding a long-standing legacy. It's a legacy built on winning on the court and changing lives off of it. A legacy built by so many players, coaches, administrators, others, that over the years helped mold that legacy and add to that legacy and help it grow. I want all of you, each and every one of you in here and all of those watching, I take that very seriously. Protecting that legacy is always, always, always on my mind. And watch, we know, all of us, players, coaches, whatever we are, we know that we are very fortunate to be the caretakers of that legacy. And we understand what that means. And ultimately, as I said in a video yesterday, and you'll hear me say this a lot, this program belongs to the entire VCU community. It does not belong to me. My job is head coach, my title is head coach. Players, coaches, whatever we are. But this program belongs to all of you. This is your program. This is Richmond's program. And that college basketball thing you talked about, that Philadelphia, it goes a little bit outside the city limits. Here, it don't go outside the city limits. You catch me, all right? But this program belongs to all of you. And our goal each and every day, above all else, is to make you proud, is to wake up and make you proud with our work, with our effort, and what we plan to do. We plan to make you proud by bringing in highly talented individuals. But those highly talented individuals have to have high character. That is a non-negotiable for me. We have to have high character. They have to be great teammates. Ed brought up teammates. I love teammates. They have to be great teammates to each other in that locker room, on the court. But they have to be great teammates on campus, great teammates in the community. That's important to us. Again, I take that very seriously, and it's something for me in my own personal life that I strive for every day. And part of it goes back to, I don't know if I was ever the best player on any team I ever played on, maybe a couple times. But I was fortunate to be around a lot of winning, even at an early age. And the one thing I always knew is I could be a great teammate. So I come here to be a great teammate to you guys, to the staff, to the administration, to all of you, the fans, the community, the campus. I strive every day to be your teammate and to be a great teammate along the way. We want to make sure that everybody in the program is well-rounded. We want to get the best out of everybody as an athlete, as a student, and as a member of society. And my hope is that within the program we'll build genuine relationships. You'll hear that a lot from me too. I'm not really a fake relationship guy. I'm not good at that. But genuine relationships, real relationships, that means something to me. And I hope that we can build that with each and every one of us within the program. I hope we can make lifelong memories. Winning championships helps with that, fellas. When you win a championship, that's a lifelong memory. And I'll tell you, as someone who spent a lot of time in first place in the regular season in the Atlantic 10 in my career, never got to cut down that net. And when I tell you that burns me to this day, my parents will tell you. Selection Sunday, knowing we were going to be in the tournament, but we didn't get to cut down that net in, I think it was Dayton that year, I was despondent on Selection Sunday. And I love Selection Sunday. Love it, especially when our name is called. But again, what Ed said, we want to help everyone realize their dreams. Every single person within the program, players, staff, coaches, managers, we want to help all of you realize your dreams. Finally, I hope I can get this out without getting any emotion out of me, but I have to thank my wonderful family. My brother Jimmy is here. Many of you know him already. And there's a high standard from Jimmy here. I know there is. And watch, I'm lucky to be in the position I am. Jimmy's better than me. He is. But, I've been told these last 24 hours several times already that we look alike. So I don't know if that's the greatest compliment he's ever gotten or the worst insult I've ever gotten, but we didn't used to look alike. He's younger than me. He lost his hair before me. But for him to be sitting here right now means a ton to me, so thank you. My parents, Phil and Judy, are here. I have been so blessed. Yeah, please. I have been so blessed to have parents like you. I couldn't even get into all the ways that they've supported this dream. Many times not easy. But I'm just very blessed to have the parents I have. And the reality is all of my best qualities come from them. All of them. And it's a mix of both. When people ask me, well, how are you like your dad? Or how are you like your mom? And when I go through that list, I'm like, all their best qualities. Now, where all the bad stuff came from, I don't know, but the good stuff is certainly all from you. And one of the things that was passed on to me from my mom, which was passed on to her from her mother, my grandmother, is signs, looking around and seeing signs. So when I got in my car this year for our first scrimmage, left my house for our first scrimmage, on the radio was, I got in the car, turned the car on, and on the radio was March Madness by Future. That day I knew we were going to win a championship at Bryant. I snapped the picture, I sent the picture, didn't I, right before the championship game. I said, this was written. This was written. So signs, looking for signs. So yesterday, I had to go and do the hard task of saying goodbye to the team at Bryant. And after we talked, I ran up to my office because I knew I had to head to the airport quick, and I wanted to grab a few things from my office to bring with me. I opened up a drawer that I couldn't tell you the last time I opened up this drawer. It had to be a year, 2 years. On the very top of the drawer was this book, Notepad. You can't see it back there, but, so these books, they give to us as coaches at the Final Four. They give to us every year. So you get one, it's a notebook, so you can go to the clinics, and this book was sitting on top of that drawer. I swear to you, all my children. The emblem on here, 2011 Final Four Houston. So if that's not a sign, and I know that was a pretty special Final Four around here, if that's not a sign of where you're meant to be and what's to come, I don't know what is. So that was probably my grandmother looking down, sending that out. Please, yeah. She actually is the best coach in our family. To the point where I've had to institute a rule, you can't talk to me about the game after, because she'll say things and I'm like, yeah, I know, of course I saw that. And then I go back and look at the tape and be like, how the hell did she see that? She's got kids crawling over, going to the concession stand and doing this. But you mentioned championships. She did play in the Division III National Championship at Eastern Connecticut, point guard, captain. Also, along with our daughter Mara, won the Rhode Island State Championship, middle school championship last year. So that will be the hottest coaching search in Rhode Island, is trying to replace her. But you've been on this journey with me through some really tough times. And I don't want to have a viral video again. I was tired of seeing that last week on my timeline, but we've been through it. We've been through it. And you stuck by it. We found a way to make it work. And we're here now. And there's nobody I'd rather be with and be on this journey with. I do have emotion. It just has to be in front of a ton of people. My children, Philip, Mara, and Nathan, they could not be more excited to be here in those seats, cheering on the Rams and possibly assisting the referees with missed calls like their father will be. But as I said last week when they asked me about my family after the game, Megan knew what she was signing up for better or worse. We met at basketball camp. Her father's a coach. She's coached. She's played. She knew what to some extent, knew what she was getting into. These kids, they didn't sign up for this. They were born into this. And as someone who was born into it, I know what that means. And the fact that they have been so involved, so excited, so into it. Philip knows more about you guys than I do even already. And I've tried to dive into it as much as I can. He could tell you this, that. Nate was already telling me this guy's number, whatever. Like they're into it. They're into it. And I'm so thankful that they get to be part of that and be around. And, they'll be around you guys all the time. All the time. That family environment is very important to me. And you guys being role models for my kids is of utmost importance. But I love you all. Thank you so much for your support. So full disclosure, right here, right now is my first time in the Siegel Center. I've never been in the Siegel Center before until today. And here's what I've heard. I've heard that some people say that a trip to the Siegel Center is life-altering. I've just heard that maybe once or twice. I can tell you this. This day, this place, this university, these people, this is life-altering for me and my family. Thank you all, every single one of you, for your belief, your support, and go Rams. Thank you.